So, bullying, like, someone asked me, how do you handle being bullied? Okay, so everyone knows I was bullied, and how I handled it at the time, I think I kind of did a good job, but obviously I didn't do much of a good job because I tried to kill myself. But besides that, I don't know if this is good advice, because looking at myself, what would I have told myself and how would I have handled it? I probably would have... You know what? People like picking on weak people, and I feel like people only know you're weak when you show it. And a lot of the times you don't show that you're a weak person. You don't think you're showing it, but it's the little gestures, like when you're walking and your head's down, if someone's shouting some abuse to you and you turn around and then you quickly, like, you look like you're in a hurry to go. But when you're walking and you've got a stance, and even in your head, even if you're in your heart, if you feel like you're shitting yourself, sometimes it's good just, you have to just fake it to make it in life sometimes. So you just have to, like, you know what, you're either going to be pissed off and you're going to be sad and you're going to go home and think, why me? Or you're going to be like, fuck this. Sometimes you just have to have a carefree fuck this attitude. Walk, like, I wish that when people are like, you batty boy, you cheaty man, you're gonna fucked up, I wish when people were saying that, I was walking with my head up straight, and I was walking, like, I was just striding everywhere. Should have been my fucking catwalk, because if I would have been like that, then, like, none of that probably wouldn't have happened, because there's no one that's going to say that to a confident person. Like, who's going to shout when the person is obviously confident? Like, no one does that. But when they were talking like that, my head would always be like this, or I would just want to get away. So obviously I would be in a hurry. Like, as soon as I would hear, you batty boy, and all the boys would start saying it. So I wish that, like, I would have handled it, like, had that advice of faking it to make it at that time, and, like, not relied so much on my friends, because my friends were always defending me, like, don't fucking talk about him like that. Like, I really have been blessed with some beautiful people in my life, to be honest, because I probably would not have been here if it wasn't for them. But, like, you definitely, I feel like that strength, sometimes, that you don't think you have, you need to forcibly have it, like, by force, because you're either going to take that out on yourself, or you're going to just fuck this and, you know, what next? But you can do it in a way without having to fight. Just change the way that you are appearing. Be strong. Show that you are strong. Like, at the end of the day, people always say sticks and stones may hurt me, but words, like, all that rubbish, that words will never hurt you. Words fucking hurt. Words hurt. Even as an adult, even now I feel like we get bullied. We was on a popular African site, or Nigerian site, sorry, and someone called me a bastard. They were like, look at this bastard child, blah, blah, saying that we're going to die, we're going to hell, it's coming to an end, look at us, we're a waste of sperm. Like, all that stuff is not nice to see, you know, and I can ignore so much as an adult, but when it crosses into negativity and stuff like that, who do you think you're calling a bastard? Maybe if you didn't have such a potty mouth, maybe you would be married by now. Shouldn't you be ashamed of that, you know? So sometimes you do need to answer back. You don't allow anyone to ever, like, feel like they can just walk all over you. But nothing needs to really happen. You don't ever really need to have a massive confrontation. Why is there so much flies here? So a massive confrontation with someone. But sometimes you just need to let people know, like, no, enough's enough. Dealing with bullying and social media is the same. Like, I had to let her know, but I can only argue so much with these people, because you can never give a full advice. And if people are already ignorant and in their stereotypical box of ignorance, and they live in that, there's no getting through to them either way. Some people are at the point of no return. They will forever remain stupid and idiotic. Like, that will be their life for the rest of their life. No matter what they try and achieve, no matter who they meet, no matter how much money they have, they will always remain dumb and stupid, because of their own ignorance and their own attitude toward things. Because if something's not bothering you so much, you wouldn't be paying attention to it. Like, you wouldn't care. That's the whole thing with bullies as well. Like, there's always going to be a bully bullied because there's always going to be someone jealous of you. And you may not think like that you're the good looking one, or you may not feel like you're this, but I got bullied and I was the less attractive person out of all my friends. I've always felt like I'm the less attractive one out of all my friends. I've always had beautiful friends. Like, I've always been friends with the most popular people, but I've been popular because I've always been a clown. How I am with you, how I am as you see me, I've always been, but I've never been like, oh my God, Junior's so fucking hot. I mean, that's only happened lately where people always say I'm hot, but it never used to happen before. And so like, in that term, I would get like a lot of stuff, and I don't feel like I ever got bullied for that, but I feel like I bullied myself because I didn't feel like I was good enough. And if I'm doing that, anything that anyone else is saying would obviously contribute to that, and it will ultimately make you feel like you are being bullied. But the only one person that's actually bullying you is actually yourself, because you're not giving yourself credit, you're not giving yourself anything positive, you're not looking at anything positive in yourself. I never used to see anything positive in myself. I used to want so much surgery. I planned to have so much surgery. I got a diary. I planned to get rhinoplasty. I planned to get my cheeks shaved, fillers. I wanted arse. I wanted arse injections. I wanted liposuction. I wanted full body rejuvenation. I wanted everything, even hair transplant at one point. Like, because I just never ever thought that I never thought I was good enough. So when people came into my life and fucked me over, I took it out on myself once again, because, oh, I'm not good enough if I was like this. But you should never ever really have to think like that. You should never, you should know what you have to offer. And maybe you aren't the best looking person in the world, but you know, for you, you're good for you. You need to have that confidence in yourself that, like, I don't care what this person has to offer. I don't care what that person has. I don't care what that person's working with. I'm here and I know what I have to offer. I'm fucking beautiful, and like, no one else is going to tell me anything less than what I am. I know myself, and that's that. Like, don't ever allow anyone to try and define you, because ultimately you can only be the one to truly define your own self. And that's what people like doing. People always like feeling like they can make someone feel low just because they're feeling low, and that's not right. Like, you need to acknowledge the fact that you're beautiful and the fact that you're here, and you need to really work on yourself. Not work on yourself so much, but have fun with yourself. Know what you enjoy. Go out with yourself. Take yourself out. Like, just have fun with yourself. What songs do you like? What are you passionate about? Like, and then no one can't step to you and tell you shit. Like, well, you're a slut. Okay, and you, what else? You're gay. I didn't say I was not. You this, anything like to do with racial abuse and that's just people with their own hate. People don't understand that when you're spreading that, and when you're saying stuff like racial slurs and homophobic abuse, and you're putting someone down for their looks or the features that they have, you're showing that that's an insecurity in you, because who does that? What person who is secure in herself does that? You know, do you know how much times I've walked from my house to going about my business, and how much people will probably talk from left to right through centre? Oh my God, look at his ass. And it's so obvious when people are talking, they don't hide it. They think they're hiding it and they don't. That used to bother me before. But you know what? It doesn't anymore, because, you know, if someone, I'm actually happy that people are talking and people are noticing. Good. So you should notice. You should fucking notice, all right? Jesus. If people aren't talking about you, give them something to talk about. Give them something to talk about. And ultimately, just believe how worthy you are. You can achieve anything you want in life. Trust me. Like, sometimes things can feel like they're so awful and they're never going to get better. But it's your attitude, like I said in one of my videos, and how you think and how positive. And you have to be optimistic in life. Like, you really have to believe that good things are going to happen, because that is only way that you're going to encourage any change. Change starts with optimism, starts with positivity, starts with determination, and you have to be motivated for the end goal. Like, you can't just, someone's putting you down and you're just going to stay in that. Like, no. Like, it's just like staying in an abusive relationship. Just because you're telling me that maybe they've cemented their place, you're never going to find someone like me, you're worthless, you're this. You know what, it needs to get, people get fed up in life, you know. You get to a point in time where you have to be like, you know what, fuck this and fuck you. I mean, if you're so great, why am I feeling so shitty being with you? That's what you need to say to yourself. Like, if these people are making such an impact in your life, how much do you value your own self to allow people to be making such an impact, to allow people's negatives to be making such an impact in your life, to be allowing what people say to make such an impact? You need to, like, you're here. That's the important thing. While you're breathing, every step you're taking, there's someone dying, you know. Someone fighting for their life. Someone dying of cancer. Someone dying of leukemia. Someone suffering somewhere. Like, you need to appreciate every single thing in life. Appreciate breathing. Appreciate being able to walk. The fact that all your limbs work. The fact that you're healthy. The fact that you can see. Like, the fact that you can dance. The fact that you can laugh at anything. Like, it does not cost anything to laugh and to be happy. And no one has a right to take that away from you. So, don't ever let what people say or what people think or what negative vibes people want to cast on you just because they have their own shitty stuff to deal with in their own shitty lives ever have to impact you in your life, because you're amazing, you're great, you're beautiful, and you know what you're going to be doing with your life. You know exactly where you're going, and there's a whole heap of blessings for you. That's how you need to be thinking about shit. Fuck a dick, fuck people, fuck men that want to come in and out of your life, fuck people that have no relevance but want to keep saying shit about you. Fuck them and fuck them all. Fuck them all. That's your attitude. Fuck you. I know exactly who I am. You don't need to justify yourself to anyone. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to explain to anyone nothing about you, because no one has a right to know anything, to be honest, if they're not contributing nothing significant to your life. Because if they was, you wouldn't be feeling the way you're feeling. So, issue is how to deal with bullies. Bullies in any relationship. Bully can be in a relationship, bully can be at school, bully can be at college, bully can be at the chip shop, bully can be walking down the road. You're in life, you're always gonna be bullied. There's always gonna be someone trying to bully you. Trust me. Like, just by someone saying something negative, that's already a bully. That's, in my eyes, that's it. So, how you handle it, this is how I handle it. Okay. So you want to put your hands on me, that's a different thing. Don't ever let anyone see that you're weak. Like, don't ever show that, because that has been my downfall so much in my life. I've let a lot of people see me weak and see me vulnerable. And I show it, but I don't show it too much, because no one deserves, someone has to have a right to see that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, even if you're not strong or you don't feel confident, you have to make yourself confident. You don't be like everyone else that has to go through something shitty in life and to have a horrible experience for them to acknowledge their worth. Like, because then it is based on something horrible, like me. But, like, I've always naturally been a confident person, but it took me going through something bad to acknowledge myself. And I wish that I would have acknowledged the fact that I was confident in the first place, because I never knew that I was. Do you know what I mean? So, you just have to, like, as long as you know yourself, you don't ever let anyone feel like they can say anything to you. Like, no one can't say shit to me. Like, you can't say jack shit. People want to talk, God said this, God said what, where, who, when, and what contract is he on? Has he got an iPhone or an Android? Like, you tell me. Like, if my own mum has a problem with me, fair enough, I love my mum and I'll listen to anything she says, actually, because she's like one most important woman in my life. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to listen and I have to do it. So if I'm not even going to do what my mum says I should do, like, why am I giving you so much airtime in life? Why? Why would you give people that that much room in your life to be casting so much negativity. It's annoying. I feel like I'm fucking being watched all over the place. But yeah, so that's how I would say deal with negativity and how to deal with bullies. No one deserves that, man. It's horrible because it got me into some horrible places. Horrible. I've been bullied through men. I've been bullied through people. I've been bullied through people that I thought were my friends. I've been bullied through, my dad bullied me in a way because he told me that I was talentless and I wasn't good enough for so much, for a lot. I've been bullied by so many people, and it tarnished me, and to a point, up until like a certain point in my life, like about a year ago, I felt like I was damaged. So I felt like the reason why I wasn't in a relationship is because I didn't deserve to be, because why would anyone want to be with me when, like, if I'm all these things, because you start believing it. Like, it's hard not to believe if so much people are saying the same thing, but then you have to wake your fucking self up and be like, am I going to be depressed about this? Like, why should I allow what they're saying to be anything? And it's not like, the wrong thing is like to say to prove them wrong. Like, don't prove anyone, just live. Because that is what burns people. The fact that you're still living, the fact that you're still smiling, the fact that you're still enjoying life. Like, they don't like that. That is what kills people. Like, live your life. Like, fuck them. Like, they have no relevance. Oh my God, the camera is so dark.